Hey viewers, it's Thursday. I know you don't normally see me on Thursday, but I just wanted to make a quick video explaining sort of what's been going on with the channel. You might have noticed that we have a new Friday. The Fairy Fox, Maureen, is now our Friday host because Fiakari has been a lot more busy lately, and Mo was doing pretty much every Friday anyway, so we just decided to give her the permanent spot, and Fiakari is no longer on the channel. Still haven't heard back from him about whether or not he wants us to take down his videos, though, so that's why they're still there. So if you want any of them, go watch them again now. The next thing that we did is we let go some of the subs who were not subbing for us when we needed them to. There are a couple of the substitutes that we asked to do videos and they just never did and started sort of ignoring our messages and things like that, so we let them go as well. And we kept the ones that have been there when we need them to, so we know that we will have them available. We kept them. So we made those slight changes really quick. We didn't make a video like this explaining what happened when other people left the channel, so I wasn't going to make this video, but a lot of people are really upset over Annika leaving and they don't understand why she's gone, so I need to explain that. So that's why this video is happening when it didn't happen for Fia and it didn't happen for Rob and it didn't happen for some other people. So this is what's going on basically. The first thing we had to do with Thursday is fill it in, because Annika's been gone for a really long time because her computer's not working, and she's not going to be back for another short while at least. She said possibly a couple months at the latest. So first of all, we wanted to get Thursday filled in, and Wade Rowan said that he was free on Thursdays. So the first thing we decided was to have Wade fill in, and then when Annika could make videos again, we would talk to her about rejoining. But I didn't want to just kick Wade out of that Thursday spot after having him in for so long, because I think that would be unfair. That would be like if Maureen had been doing Fridays for so long and then Fia came back and wanted to do a video, she would have to step aside. And I don't think it's fair if they're doing all this work to just have them step back aside. So if Annika were to come back later, it would be in a substitute position for a while, or if someone else were to step down and she could fill in that day, or have like a couple times a month special kind of thing, because I know that a lot of people really, really like Annika on the channel, and it's very obvious that people really, really like her videos, so I offered that. But the question of whether or not she was coming back has to do with something entirely different. I don't want anyone to think that Annika's not on the channel anymore because we don't agree with her beliefs, or her beliefs were too different, or something like that, because that would be extremely hypocritical of us, since this channel is supposed to be about all the different pagan views that we can. That's definitely not what happened. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened because I don't think it's anyone's business other than those of us that were involved. If you want to ask Annika and she decides to tell you, that's another story, or if you're actually someone that is pretty close with me or with Kyle and you want to ask us, that's different, but I don't think everyone needs to know all of the details. But it's not just like a petty argument between people on the channel either. It's something that had to do with viewers and members alike. It's not like we don't like her, so we kicked her out kind of thing. It's something that I messaged her about and we talked about, and I said if this could be fixed, we would talk about bringing her back when she could even make videos again. But I did just politely message her about this, and she messaged me back and said, okay, how can this be changed? And we talked about it, and I didn't think it was anything, really terrible. And Annika said, you're right, and no hard feelings, and really talked to me about it. But in the end, Annika decided not to come back and asked that we take down her videos, because if she doesn't have access to the channel, she doesn't want her videos there, and that's perfectly understandable. I wouldn't want to have my videos on a channel that I couldn't, make sure they were being taken care of and things like that. So that definitely makes sense. So we didn't take down her videos because we don't want them there. It was just Annika doesn't want her videos on a channel that she doesn't have access to. So like she said, she commented on the channel page that she would redo some of them. I'm sure if she still has them saved on her computer, she could re-upload them on her own channel, and then you could watch them there again. And there's also a comment on the channel page from Annika saying that we shouldn't have deleted where she said that we changed the password without telling her, because we shouldn't be ashamed of what we did. And I deleted those comments, not because I was ashamed that we changed the password without telling you, but I didn't want people to get the impression from those comments that we had tried to kick Annika out by changing the password, which is not what happened. I changed the password because Fiakari left and because at least 2 of the substitutes were asked to leave, so I didn't want them to have access to the channel. So I had to change the password right away. And instead of giving it to Annika automatically when I knew that we were going to have this discussion about having Wade take over Thursdays, I just decided not to give it to her until I talked to her about whether or not she would be back later. I told her if she were to come back later, I would give her the password then, but during the interim where she's not able to make videos anyway because she doesn't have a computer, I wouldn't have given her access to the channel. So that's true. I did not give her the channel password because we weren't sure what her involvement was going to be. But that wasn't my way of booting her off the channel or something like that. I would never just change the channel and ignore someone and not give them access. It was because I was waiting to have this discussion with her. And I told Annika in these messages too, I know that so many of the viewers really, really love her perspective, and I knew that you guys were going to be upset that she's gone, but we gave her the option of talking about it later, and she decided not to. If there are some of you that watch the channel just for Annika and now that she's gone you want to stop watching, okay. I mean, that's fine. We gain and lose members all the time. I mean, it's happened a couple times before and no one's really cared this much, so I don't know what it is. I just didn't want everyone to have the wrong impression of what was going on. If you still think this is a really crappy situation and you just want to be mad at someone or something like that, then be mad at me, I guess. I'm completely fine with that. I just want to look out for my fellow Pagan Perspective members, and I want to look out for our viewers, and if there's a problem that needs to be addressed in an adult manner, I will do that. And if that ends up in someone wanting to leave the channel and have us delete their videos, that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to be mad at someone and say that this was a crappy situation or anything like that, be mad at me. I take full responsibility, even though Kyle, you know, was right there with me and he got the messages that we sent back and forth too, so I'm not just completely speaking out of nowhere and for everyone. You know, the whole gang was right there behind me. But I will take full responsibility. But I do just want to say, most of all, that if you don't know the situation, please don't be upset, because until you really know what's going on, you can't form an opinion. So if you want to ask any one of us to explain a little bit farther, and if we feel that you need to know, then we'll tell you. But this happens a lot, and I'm sure it's going to happen again, that we're going to gain and lose members, and sometimes it's going to be a big problem like this because people really like someone, and sometimes, like with the others that have left in the past, no one's going to care. I mean, we always care because we've worked with these people and we've gotten close to them. But, you know, we didn't have this big problem every other time, and I don't think that's fair. So I just hope you know that we do the best we can with who we have, and we're always looking for people who are interested in helping out, and we're always looking to be really good friends with who we work with, and that's what we strive for, because I think it makes for a much better environment for our viewers to watch. So I don't really know if that helps anyone feel any better or what, or if that gives you any more understanding, but I hope that helped a little bit. And I will see you guys again on Tuesday. Thank you very much for watching, and blessed be.